During World War II, there was this really tough enemy on the battlefield that used to send shivers down the Allied forces' spines, the German Tiger tank. Those things gave the Allied forces quite a scare, I'll tell you that. These tanks became famous and sort of like a symbol of Germany's impressive engineering skills. But you know what? The British, they weren't easily intimidated. Turns out, they figured out that these Tigers weren't as unbeatable as they looked. Those clever Brits studied those Tiger tanks and came up with smart ways to take them down. In 1942, during World War II, something significant happened in North Africa. The Western Allies, which included the British, came face to face with the Tiger tank for the very first time. This was a big deal because Hitler, realizing the need to respond to the advances of the Allied forces, decided to deploy his latest and most fearsome weapon, the Tiger tank. Fast forward to November 23, 1942, and a crucial moment occurred in Bizerta, Tunisia. That's when the 501st Heavy Tank Battalion arrived, and they brought with them a Tiger tank. This was a game changer because this tank was unlike anything the Allies had ever encountered on the battlefield before. It marked the beginning of a new chapter on their understanding of armored warfare. The British weren't satisfied with just their initial encounter with the Tiger tank. They had a deep thirst for knowledge and were eager to get a Tiger in good condition for a more detailed examination. Finally, on April 24, 1943, their opportunity came when they captured Tiger 131, which was part of the first vehicle of the 1st Company 3rd Platoon. Now, it's important to note that this captured Tiger wasn't in perfect condition. It had seen some action. However, it was like hitting the jackpot for the British experts. They seized the chance to study it up close and personal, leaving no aspect unexplored. They carefully measured the weight, checked the thickness of its armor, and marveled at its powerful 88mm gun. This was a treasure trove of insights into the Tiger's capabilities that would prove invaluable for their future strategies. One thing became abundantly clear. The Tiger was a marvel of engineering, but not without its complexities. As one report noted, the tank bristles with every sort of complication, making it a challenge to produce in large numbers. But the British's thirst for knowledge didn't stop there. As they uncovered the Tiger's weaknesses, they stumbled upon a game-changing discovery that would shake up the battlefield. What they found next would completely change how tanks were used in warfare and lead to a remarkable shift in their battle against this formidable enemy. The British didn't just study the Tiger, they also applied what they learned. They took pieces of armor from damaged Tigers and tested them in live-fire exercises. What they discovered was that while the Tiger's armor was strong, there were specific spots where British weapons could break through. As they continued their research, they found out that the Tigers were often used as moving artillery to support lighter vehicles. This made the Tiger vulnerable to attacks from the air and artillery. As the German forces in North Africa gave up, the Tiger tank wasn't as scary as before. When these Tigers reappeared in Italy, they had lots of problems. They broke down a lot, couldn't move well in tough places, and lost battles. Here's the big thing. The Tiger, which people thought was this unbeatable war machine, turned out to be not so great after all. So what did the British figure out from dealing with it? Well, it was a tough enemy, but it had its issues. By 1944, the Allies had caught up with better technology, and that made the Tiger less of a threat. In the end, what made the Tiger so special? Its strong armor and powerful gun didn't matter as much because the Allies had improved as well. The idea that the Tiger couldn't be beaten had been proven wrong. The British had unraveled the secrets of the Tiger, and with this knowledge, they stood ready to face the once mighty war machine with confidence. The Battle of the Tigers wasn't just about tanks and firepower. It was a test of being smart, flexible, and never giving up. And in the end, history tells us that the British came out on top. Thanks for being part of this incredible journey through history. If you found the story as interesting as we did, then do be sure to subscribe to our channel. We've got more exciting stories from the past coming your way. Until next time, just remember that even the strongest of enemies can be defeated with knowledge, determination, and smart planning.